in here waiting, my dear.
Y'all look like an R&B
Girl,
video.
you can get it
Come on, Jovan.
anytime you want
Come on,
it.
Jovan.
Okay, I didn't mean to do the tongue thing. Now it became inappropriate. What's happening, y'all? You know what it is. It's the Misbelief Radio Show. We finna go live. You heard me. You heard me. You heard me.
Damn it, I got the broke headphones.
Because you was a broke ass. All right.
Use a... Boy.
Are y'all listening? We got a new phone number. 504-942-0820. Call us, man. Fuck with us. We're gonna go live in a minute. That's my voice you just heard. Or no, I didn't hear it because you weren't listening, but it was there.
Not that
Wendell Pierce. I read Wendell Pierce doing a drop for WBOK.
No, he's not.
Who just shared it from the Misbelief page? Somebody shared from my own page too. Or a window to throw it to. Hey. What's happening, y'all? What's happening? Welcome to the Misbelief Radio Show on WBOK 12:30 a.m. We live on a Saturday night, fight night, but we don't care. We sure
don't.
This is your host, DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio, slim waist, baby face, deep voice, #1 choice. Just because I say so. And this is a show for millennials. We talk about the things that interest us as black millennials here in the city of New Orleans and all of its periphery. It's a word I learned.
Periphery.
Wasn't expecting.
Right.
Was not expecting.
We all looked at you out of our periphery.
Well, speaking of periphery, because I like to keep a colorful cast of creative coasts and colored cotton pickers as my co-host. So I over here because you know what, I actually did a little bit of thotting recently, so I'm still swinging my thing, all nasty like, and I'm swinging my thing over here to the right side. And who that is?
First of all, I'm not involved in any kind
you was involved. I'm gonna tell you, you was there for the thotting.
Swinging.
You was. I'm telling about it later.
How did he connect? How did he connect the cotton picking with the thotting? That's what I was just lost on.
Because it rhymed.
Boy.
I was like,
I don't know
speaking of cotton picking, I got a thought to my right. What's your name?
You a lie.
Can I
Nope.
I'm sure I can.
I'm pretty sure you can't. In
Tell
reference
people
to me.
who you are.
Hi, everybody. It's Oshun. Dun, 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 dun.
You heard me? I love it. And who's this to my left?
It's that actor guy, Martin Batts, Bradford.
I
No, it gotta be no.
Oh, yeah.
And to your left, who's that, Mr. Batts?
Jay still keeping it real.
Jay still keeps it real.
Nah,
You
you gotta
heard me?
insert
And over in the booth, who we got?
I don't know what to do.
I feel like we would have some like heavy metal guitar going.
Nah, no, he got to get that Skinemax music.
Not the Skinemax.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
At Channel 52 Scramble Vision.
Oh my God, Channel 52. Channel 52.
Throwback. All
Wow.
right, Joe. Well, this is episode 26. You heard me. We're in the swing of things, and things are also still swinging. You heard me. I can't believe we ain't got canceled yet in 26 episodes.
Woo.
Thank you for the applause, man. Our millions and millions of listeners all around the world, I'm sure, will be devastated.
That was kind of shady too that he put the applause there. That's why. That was kind of shady.
Fake applause. It is a good thing, man. We are still here despite all of these roadblocks. You know, like, yes, the FCC came and got us a handful of times, but we've remained in the top 5 in ratings on Saturday nights in the city of New Orleans. That's AM or FM. So I mean, hey, we're just keeping going. Top 5. I'm gonna assume we're number 4.
It's literally a handful of times and top 5, all 5s. Like that's
Right.
actual.
You heard me? So yeah, can we get some more fake applause? I feel like that's worthy of it.
Yeah.
We ain't just bragging on ourselves and things. We don't got much to brag about. But that's the one thing. So yeah, man, we were supposed to have, the Misbelief was supposed to do a Livingroom session on, that was Thursday or Friday?
Yesterday.
It was just yesterday. Yesterday with Miss Latoya Cantrell. Because we can't have her here in the radio station, we're going to have her in my actual living room. and we were supposed to have it yesterday, but she had to cancel on us at we were supposed to have it at 7 p.m. Right?
It was at 7. No,
Oh,
it was at 5. It was at 5.
It was at 5, and
Yeah.
then we got the call canceling at about 4:55 or so because we had there was the Hurricane West Bank Harvey.
West Bank Harvey.
He
Y'all fault.
was threatening. He wasn't threatening us. He was taking all of his West Bankness over to Texas.
To Texas.
Yeah, and all of the city officials
West.
were called
To West. He was heading
Go on
back
head
west.
west. Go on head west, because people from the West Bank don't like going to the East Bank. So he was taking his talents over to Houston, and all the city officials were called immediately to City Hall, and Latoya Cantrell couldn't come to my living room. She couldn't do. I know. I was so sad, man. I had bought the fruit bowl, just like I did for Oshun Walters.
Oh no, you brought out your picture too. You had your picture and your water set
I
up.
put on a tie for
You had
Latoya
pants on?
Cantrell. I had on pants in my living room for Latoya Cantrell. But we're gonna reschedule, y'all. So
I ironed my shirt.
yeah, did
My,
you?
my t-shirt.
It was a graphic T-shirt, but he looked clean. Oshun, man.
I had on my
Let me
blouse.
tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Oshun, I went to pick her up to go to the interview. She had on a long skirt and a T-shirt that says something like "Party on the Weekend" or something.
It
something
said
real
my
rap.
black don't crack or something.
My black
That
something
nature.
that wasn't appropriate for Latoya Cantrell.
Only bats could do that.
Right,
Yeah,
and
I
he
was
told me
like-
that.
I
He
said
told
exactly,
me the exact
exactly.
same thing.
I told her listen. Now you turn around and go your ass back inside the house and put on a blouse. Okay, I'm finna interview a mayoral candidate. I ain't finna have you here looking raggedy like that. Only bats can look raggedy talking to the mayor, all right?
Yep.
You, being one of the misbelieved misses, you gotta present yourself. You gotta be the class
His
of
exact
the brand.
words was, "Only Mark can do that. You're a lady. Go put on a shirt."
I'm making it a point to look as raggedy as possible for every living room session.
That's what's up.
The most prestigious the person, the more raggedy the
Exactly,
bats.
and I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna say listen, the more raggedy bats look, the
more
more
I
up
got-
you gotta dress. So listen, I'm gonna need you to have hats
I have
and
my hat
heels.
picked up.
Where your stockings at? Put your stockings on.
Oh, no, not the
And your
stockings.
slip. You have a slip on. You finna talk
Oh
to the
no.
mayor.
We get Obama, I'm gonna have a wife beater.
If you do that,
Straight
then I
up.
have to have on an evening gown.
Straight
Oh,
up.
man.
So,
Only.
Yo, we got a pretty good show coming up for you guys. So originally we had Landon Oubre scheduled to do a live performance, but he won't be able to make it. He got into a car accident. He was speeding, trying to get here to the radio station, totaled his car. So
Yeah.
Landon, if you're listening, my man, make sure you reschedule with us. We're gonna make sure we get you back on this show to sing live for our Facebook Live. But other than that, Miss Mykia Jovan is coming to talk about her upcoming new release. I think it's September 3rd. Something like that. She'll tell us for sure. But it's, she'll tell us.
That pause, that silence was
I should have known.
I was looking for
It's
reassurance.
September 1st. It's a Friday, September 1st at Cafe Istanbul. But she'll be here to tell us for sure.
and you gave him no reassurance.
Nobody ever
She just
reassured
looked
me
like,
anything. But before Miss Mykia Jovan comes, you've got the millennial creators of the clothing line Krue. They're going to tell us about it. I haven't heard much about it. I looked for them on Facebook, couldn't find the Facebook page, but I'm going to find out more, and we'll learn more about Krue Clothing Line right after our Misbelieved Misses section. But up first, Mastermind, what you got, my man? The one social sound select, courtesy of Madania Graves, who came in late because stops are never punctual. Facts, right?
The incredible Moke.
How many of y'all ever had a thought come to your house at the time they said they was coming to the house? Raise your hand.
No mice.
You're right. We need.
Because my time.
We ain't even at the 7:10 mark. So what's the name of the song?
You already been thoughtin'.
By whom? Trey Triller, baby. Trey Triller. All right, Trey Triller, we playing your One Social Weekly Sound Select Maybach. Stay tuned to the Misbelieved Radio Show, and guess what? Don't get nothing on you.
Yeah, man.
I want to know why you looking like grumpy guys.
So what you got for Kalana? What's the topic? Is it something she can do?
Yes.
I have.
Yeah, you speak louder in the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool.
The incredible Moke.
I'll bring the mic closer.
And if you notice, I'll be like this on the mic.
Yeah, I do need to get closer. I can't hear myself.
Put closer a little bit more
I'm
volume.
loud, so I.
No, you need to be closer too, because the mic, because
going
since the mic is a little bit different the way, please put it close to your mouth.
Okay.
Your projection is good, but just put the mic close to your mouth.
Like funny things.
Because the sound's coming this and this way, since it's projecting this way, and the mic is kind of like.
Like a boomerang.
What's up, mother?
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, Facebook.
All right, y'all. We got who got in the building? Carter Wood L,
Come on, big handsome.
Kevin 2 Cent Griffin,
The incredible
Chris
Mo.
Clark, Black Friend Paul, Brother Daniel Gray, Blair, Zuri, Ty, Linnell Nicholas, Rob Cheeson, what up, Mama Sherry, Marlon Broussard, Danny Bozier, Rhonda Clayton, Maisha Chanel, Tony Tony Simplicity Atkins. This is the way she spelled it. Was all like she told me all fancy, but you know, Tony Simplicity Atkins. I got you, baby. Garyon Mason, Brian Wagger. Hey, she said, "Hey DC."
We don't care about DC. Nobody not saying Hill Shoe. What about me? What about Jay Steph?
Right, they don't
What
know
about
us.
me?
It's all about DC.
Then you don't get the right to vote.
Didn't we get the right to vote? Now don't you do it.
Elena's a bit apprehensive if I get on the radio, but guess what? I'm a motivator.
Yeah,
She gonna do it.
You don't want to do it.
Hey, Tony Simplicity Atkins said, "Hey DC."
What up, Tony? I gave her the name Simplicity, and I spelled it like that. I spelled it not simple.
Oh, hey, this nigga go taking credit.
Ask me if it's true.
All right, for sure.
I really like that shirt without that
Barry
collar
Gordy.
now. Now that I see it.
That is nice.
Hey, Tony. Congrats on all
She said
your
it.
baby and all of your life's successes and things.
Oh, Kalana, come on.
Heather says, "Hey DC." Heather Taylor.
Come
What's it
on.
about,
Jessica's on.
I found one, but I'm about to like quickly change it.
Hey.
She gonna prep
She's
you to-
she's gonna start, and then we just expand on her topic.
I just don't, you know, like, y'all look at me like this.
No, Kalana. If you say something totally different than everybody else, that's perfect. Or that cute guy.
I mean, like, I can be.
His name is Voldemort.
You're not, don't.
His name's Voldemort.
That is Lord Voldemort.
I can do like the line. Well,
As long as you keep it clean, it's perfect.
yeah, okay.
Come on, Kalana.
Be off the wall,
I'm gonna
baby.
just
No,
take that.
Kalana in here, right? It's Miss
No,
Kalana.
she
No,
on.
I'm out there.
Oh, okay.
Heather says your bangs look nice, DC.
Who said that?
Heather Taylor.
Tell Heather she's my best friend.
So wait,
Tony!
so I shouldn't be in here right
I
now?
will pray for you. Oh my. I'm very sorry to hear that. I've had close people to me deal with something very recently. So what can I do, please? So I will be praying for you, absolutely. And I'll be speaking healing and
1 minute.
and recovery into your life. I speak it. You should speak it too.
10,
I'm
5,
sorry to hear that.
4, 3.
That was made back, and we back. We still black,
Like Indian man.
just like that, missing India Mac.
No.
And I'm trying not to be whack. So I'm DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio, and you guys are still tuned into the Misbelief Radio Show on WBOK 1230 AM. Or maybe you're watching on the Facebook Live, or maybe you're listening on the app, or maybe you're streaming it live on the website, or maybe you're watching the YouTube video, because guess what? We're also on YouTube. Subscribe to the Misbelief on YouTube. Subscribe to us on Podbean. That's the misbelief.podbean.com. We're available on iTunes, like all the other podcasts. Just like our brother podcast, the Fly with Bats podcast, hosted by the one and only Mr. Bats.
That actor guy. Follow us on iTunes and all the same places that you're going to be following the Misbelief Radio Show podcast. At Mr. Bass on all your social media platforms. Just throwing that out there, you did.
Yeah, man, follow him because you'll hear some of his outlook, and there's also you'll hear some of DJ Mastermind's outlook, and our homie Alpha Man Joe is on there as well. You'll hear a whole lot more of their voice, their personality, and what they think and how they feel. So subscribe to the Fly with Bats podcast, as well as our sister podcast, Triliterate. They in Brooklyn for Afropunk right now.
Ooh, they having fun?
Yeah, man, I'm living vicariously through them because they be lit. They be all around like they are a lit little duo.
And they had DJ Rockaway on their last episode. It was
Yes,
pretty cool.
my
They were talking
favorite
about
DJ.
community and all kind of just different layers about coming together and as millennials in the city. And it was pretty cool. So go check out their last episode with DJ Rockaway, you know, the homie. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, throw it out there. Shucks.
Shucks.
What else, man? Check out my homie Kamari Stevens and Brandon Phillips podcast. That's called The Black Guys Next Door. And they're like our next door neighbors because Brandon lives in Baton Rouge and Kamari ain't from here. But also You're 30 with the Arrogant Observer and Marty. Check them out as well. And for the podcast, for the lady perspective, you can check out Roxy's Way.
Hey, Roxy.
What else you like? As far as podcasts, weren't y'all into Shotgun Griot, Miss Alina Giselle?
Shotgun Griot is good. Let me see. I'm trying to see.
Well, hey, my homie Kyle has the Metal Hand of God podcast. Also, check that out. I believe it's also available on all your platforms like iTunes and wherever you get your podcast from. So, yeah.
And my dude Jay Skills has the We'll Figure This Out podcast.
Yeah, man. So it's a bunch of black millennials in the city of New Orleans who are into media, you know, and they're doing their thing. So that's what's up. Meanwhile, I want to send a shout out to, did I not give everybody the go around? You know what, we can all do a go around because I want to give shine to the Misbelief Misses. You know.
Who, us?
Yes.
Hey, y'all.
You three.
Us three.
Three.
Uno, dos, tres.
And we have these two new team members to the Misbelief. First of all, Mr. Brian Eaglin. Such an organized young millennial from here in Louisiana, and they're helping us out so much. But our other one, Miss Kalana Celeste, she submitted one of her songs last week, but behind the scenes, she's been doing so much to help us. She's been like helping us book guests and just keep us organized as well. And honestly, I don't want to do this show without them. So Kalana, you don't get some of your point of view on here this week. We're going to have a Misbelief Missing session. Huh, Jay Stu?
Yes, we
What you got in mind? What y'all going to talk about?
So I want to talk about, this actually came from a conversation I had with one of my best friends.
Get the phone in your mic real good.
Conversation I had with one of my best friends, and she basically told me that she wanted to make a pact with me that if she wasn't married by 35, then I should marry her.
Oh, one of those.
And she was giving me different, guidelines as to why and qualifications about herself, and I was like, this is interesting, but this is very weird. So I did a little research, and I actually found that there's a lot of really strange friendship and relationship pacts that people come up with. One in particular is a really popular one that I've heard quite a few people say, and I think it's very silly. Let's get married if we're still single at 30.
30?
30.
I passed that month. I don't know about that though, because I feel like everybody still have that thought stage in them, and sometimes it hits later than others. So I can't marry you at 30 if I still don't know who I am at 30. So it's hard to say because 30 is still kind of young.
30
like
is
I'm
still
not
very young, in my opinion. Yeah, you're slowly rethinking it. 30 is not old.
But
That's me.
Do it by 30. I just kind of want to just let it happen. And, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm prepared to be that lady with a
But the part that you say you don't really believe in marriage that much, I'm kind of on the fence because part of me is an old Southern lady with a hat,
Right.
but the other part of me is a rebel without a cause. So I don't
It's
know.
you start questioning why.
Yeah, why is marriage
why do I have to
important?
do that?
Why is it something that I feel like is so passe? Women, there's a stigma for women. If you're not married at this point in time, then you're just an old cat lady. But if a man is not married at this point in time,
Right.
he's just a bachelor.
He's a bachelor. Everybody wants him.
Right.
Right.
They totally give us the gut. I will live my life exactly the way those ladies live it up. Good career, having the money, doing exactly what it is that a man wants to do, and nobody's going to tell me what I have to do. Marriage is nothing but a contract. It's a
Right.
contractual agreement that I feel like makes me feel like I'm a slave. Either way, I feel like ladies have to sacrifice, whether I'm a man getting married, or if I don't have married, if I have kids, or if I don't have kids. Either
Right.
way, it's a sacrifice. So if I'm going to make a sacrifice, it's going to be the one that I choose.
And I also feel like it doesn't have to be bound by a contract. It doesn't, realistically, it doesn't have to be. It's all about what you make it,
Yeah, so many.
Yeah, like Kalina was saying, it is a very contractual thing. And I'm not about signing contracts. I feel like that's a P. Diddy contract from the 90s sometimes. You're not about to sign me for pennies and sell my publishing for millions.
And then give you a RAV4.
Right. You're not going to give me a
TLC.
RAV4. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen for me, you, or anybody else I know. Now, I can say this. I don't think that I'm going to marry for love. And
You know what? Shout out to you.
Right.
Being honest. Yes.
I don't know. I don't think that I can honestly say I'm an Aries, and I don't know. It don't be looking good for me.
So with my best friend, she literally just wants to marry. I don't know. She said something really random. She's like, I really want to just marry for the money, for the income tax.
Correct.
I mean, that's what it is, though. Right.
She wants to like let that be known, like some Wicker Man type stuff, like
Oh my God. Just that way.
and after that, you're gonna just put back in, just throw back the money.
But you know what, too? And then I say that, and then I think about it, and I'm like, dang, it's hard because I really feel that in my heart of hearts. But then I also a part of me just want to get married for the presents. Like, I like gifts. And
But you can do that without marriage, though.
You know what?
Like, you don't have to be
You're
married
right.
to get all that.
But you get a lot of gifts
Yeah, you do.
at one time, like a
You're
birthday
going to have a
party.
commitment ceremony.
Boom. But
About
who
that.
can come here too? Let's think about that.
Let's think about this. But in the meantime, I have another pack. So this one is really strange. I've heard this one before. You'll be my sperm donor if ...
Yeah, like DC, he already said we have a plan.
I did that with my ex. I told him if I don't find anyone, I literally want you just for your sperm.
Correct. Like, if you can pick somebody.
Necklace on right now.
That's interesting.
Yes, Kalani, you can say sperm.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not a bad way.
Kalani. You did, Kalina. And it's almost your birthday. So you should go ahead. You got it. You got it, babe. You can have that necklace.
I've heard of people making that pack specifically when oh my God. I've heard of people specifically making that pack if they've broken up and they have a kid already and they're like, well, if I can't find anybody else, this doesn't work out. I've even heard of, like, there was a celebrity in particular that had broken up with her baby's dad, and she was like, I just want to collect your sperm because I want all of my future kids to look like you.
Okay, so see, what's going to happen is when they get all three of us together and we go off on a topic, it could last forever. So Mastermind.
Absolutely, it could last forever. Man, first of all, we got to learn so much about the Misbelieve Misses. Apparently, Kalana has a sperm necklace on. I've never even known that a sperm necklace was a thing, but I'm finna write a
I
new
didn't
joke.
either.
Kalana, where you get a sperm necklace from? Is it a pearl necklace? Okay, it's not a pearl.
The company told me not to say it, and I have to.
Really?
But it's literally like a sperm.
I see what it is.
It really is a sperm. It's
Yo, she
beautiful.
got sperm on her
It's
necklace.
a gift of life, literally.
Not a pearl necklace, it's a sterling silver sperm necklace. So that's wow. And that's our Misbelieve Mrs. segment, y'all. We had one of those a couple weeks ago, but that was quite interesting.
I'm gonna get a clitoris bracelet.
Oh, a clitoris bracelet.
They have
First
those.
of all, I'm gonna give you a ding for working the word clitoris into our episode, because you know that's one of the words we can say legally.
We can say that one.
Let's say clitoris. So man, Kalana, whoever your friend is to make a sperm bracelet, tell them to make a clitoris bracelet. They got at least 3 sales, at least 4 sales in the room right now.
Yeah.
5 sales. We all want a clitoris bracelet, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody wants one.
I want one.
I'll give you some clitoris earrings.
I'll take a ring.
I would get my ear pierced for a clitoris earring.
I already have my ears pierced, and I'll take the if you have some clitoris hoops.
Clitoris hoops.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know how many? Listen, tell your friend if they make some clitoris jewelry, that is gonna sell.
Dig that.
A charm bracelet with a clitoris, a set of testicles.
It's beautiful.
Y'all see how?
And you can make
booty.
and it could be like
Oh, what?
A booty.
I agree. And you can call the company like they got Eureka or something like that.
Urethra.
Urethra.
Bam. We just coming up with genius
Look at
ideas.
this. That's the whole business plan. You take your friend up and let him know. Let him know, Kalana.
I love it. But dude, let your friend know because there's an actual market for that. So, Mastermind. You got 2 force. You got, what's coming up first? What you got? Jeez Louise, clitoris bracelet. I swear to God, these things come out. Oh, what up, Doom? Man, this is Mouthpiece by Doom. Stay tuned to the Misbelief Radio Show and don't get nothing on you.
Mommy, I'm sorry. I don't know how the
What just
hell.
happened?
Mommy.
Clitoris bracelet? Dude.
Just go.
That was perfection.
Oh my God.
No, Mom.
Okay, so-
it wasn't me. Shaggy. I didn't have nothing to do with that, Mom. Right, it wasn't me.
Hey, Sean saw Alge, Butler.
Hey, happy belated birthday to you.
Why
She
the
said
light
she wants
on?
some more.
Yeah, no, that Miss
Tell
Malik.
come to Blazing Worship tomorrow morning from 11 to 3, 5416 South Claiborne Avenue. And I will have 2 flavors of Miss Belief Punch, the
And look
original
for the
and the red
Oshun.
one.
She's gonna be
Don't
selling.
really when I'm talking. You see how you gotta talk to this? Okay.
He won't make it to see his 32nd birthday at all. Oh, my head hurt from laughing at y'all.
That was
Y'all dumb.
hilarious.
That was a good one, Jay
They
Steele.
had more, but it was loading so slow. I'm like,
Right,
But the rest of them are kind of.
right.
It's like, let's move to middle of nowhere. Let's retire together. Let's die together was one of them.
Die?
Yeah.
Use a lot. Let me
Right.
tell you one thing.
An entire life.
Oshun ain't dying with nobody. Okay? Not even my mama. Come on,
Oh,
baby.
Shine So Algiers. All right, thank you.
You can share it with Oshun.
But
This,
you know what?
this your boy Derek from
Get up outta
Insecure.
here. I can go.
Yeah.
That's not no damn Derek from Insecure. I just realized what he said. I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to go in the other room. Go ahead, baby. Get your shine on.
Sure?
Positive. Get your shine on. Y'all do what y'all here to do.
Boom game.
Oh, where's my drink? Call us at 504-942-0820.
Y'all want to say what's up to Facebook Live?
Oh, what's up? Y'all go check out www.krudeclothing.com.
Y'all wearing some of it now?
Huh?
Y'all wearing some of it now?
Yeah, there's some stuff from our spring collection.
Your spring collection?
Spring collection, we just ended it, but we do have a sale going on the website, 50% off the entire order. And November 10th, we dropping our fall collection.
That's just your brother right here?
This is my little cousin right here.
Your little cousin?
Yeah. Our other four owners, they all out of town. One in Lake Charles, 2 in Thibodeau, and the other one in the National Guard, so none of them could have made it tonight.
That's all gravy, dog.
Got my cousin to tag along with me.
Yeah, people going to be part of the brand, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him in there and probably have him model a few things for the fall collection.
All right, brother, y'all chill here. There's some water here if y'all want some. Right here. I don't know why it's in this weird looking thing. But yeah, got water here if y'all want some. H2O, keep it in your life hydrated. All right. Brian, can you hold us for a second real quick?
Yes.
Are you busy?
No.
Oh, Brian got the camera.
I do, and it's on you, Miss Jessica.
Hi, guys. How
So
y'all doing?
you had an interesting story this week when you were prepping for an
I get
audition.
nervous in front of Facebook Live, but keep talking.
Yeah, you prepped for an audition this week.
I
What happened?
did. I had an audition today, and I prepared for the wrong character.
How?
They confused me because they sent me sides for both, but they only wanted me to do one, but I didn't see the second set of sides, so I prepared for a character that was totally different.
And you found this out at the audition?
Yeah.
How did it go?
It went good. I actually got to audition for both, so it kind of worked out, but I wasn't really prepared. It was just awkward because, like, one character was, like, super hood and all this type of stuff, and the other character was straight-laced, kind of young girl. So
And you prepared for the hood character?
hood chick, yeah. So I was not ready for that at all.
Did you show up dressed like a hood chick?
Maybe so.
Interesting.
The world will never know.
The world will never know.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Did you talk to these guys?
we did.
Krue.
Let's see.
Hi,
So we
guys.
have Hubert and
Nice
Eric.
to meet y'all. I'm Jessica. Nice to meet you.
Awesome. And you guys are with Krue Clothing.
I like that name.
Very
It's
good. What is-
actually an acronym, but we just didn't put the, the dots in it.
What does it stand for?
Kings Remain Unified Eternally.
We probably gonna ask you all this stuff
Yeah.
again.
Okay, that's cool.
Y'all are from here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're from
Where from?
Tilly. I'm from Uptown.
Okay. Awesome. And then we asked how old you guys are.
I'm 20.
Oh my goodness.
Feel a little nervous right now.
It's okay. I'm nervous too. I'm just pretending like I'm not. I'm always nervous.
So you guys are pretty young. What's inspiring you guys to?
He does look
Do all
like
this.
Maxwell. I'm sorry. Somebody said you look like Maxwell, and I agree. You do look like Maxwell.
Really?
You do.
Actually, for the story, my mom, she used to always tell me Maxwell was my dad. She's a big Maxwell.
Are you sure Maxwell isn't it?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she was joking, but.
I mean, you never know.
Has your mom ever been to a Maxwell concert?
That happened
That's
to
the
a
first
friend of mine,
question.
and the guy really wound up being her dad.
No, she never been to a Maxwell concert.
That you know of.
No.
That you know of, right?
Yeah, not that I know of. Not that I know of. But no, me and my friend Elba, we actually we go to Nickel State, and we were sitting in the dorm, and he started off doing graphic design in high school, and like for a project, he had to create a clothing line. And he created a logo and stuff, and he didn't really do much with it. So about a year later, I decided to gather up all of, our close friends, and we decided to rebrand and actually, give our input. So then we started making new pieces and drawing up ideas. And here we are.
What school do y'all go to?
He goes to what you go to? He goes to Wilson Uptown.
Okay.
I actually just set out my last semester at Nickel State. I had to get some money. That's another reason. Well, I don't want to say that's like a sole reason, because I already let all of my guys know that it's going to take about 3 years to see any profit anyway, because another thing we wanted to do was cater to college students. So we wanted to make clothes that we would wear and for prices that we would pay. So that's why all of our stuff is affordable and it's fashionable. So we're not really rushing to get a profit from it. We just want to,
And what kind of clothes we talking about? Talking like jeans? Talking about like
right now
jumpers?
it's just like streetwear, like shirts and hoodies, hats. I just purchased a sewing machine, so eventually I want to move away from the t-shirts and all of that, some higher end type stuff. So.
Have you ever seen a show called How to Get Away with not that show? How to Make It in America.
Whoa, that's two very different things.
They're different, yeah. How to Make It in America. It was on HBO.
No.
And I only say that because the two young men on the lead characters, they were starting their own clothing line. So you guys kind of remind me of them, trying to make it.
So yeah, that's the plan, man. We're just taking it by each season. So we started December 10th last year. We did a fall, winter collection. We just finished our spring and summer collection. So now we're moving on to our second fall collection.
So I'm going to throw something out here. You can talk about it with DC, but we always have like little, for our Facebook Live, we have different artist segments. So maybe, when you guys are ready, maybe we can do a little bit of a fashion show. Or a fashion show off right here for the Facebook Live at the radio station.
Yeah, we'll be interested in that.
Yeah.
We actually have 2 fashion shows coming up pretty soon.
I was coming to talk to y'all. Man, I was looking for y'all, like, you got a page or
Okay, well, we have a Twitter account. I actually have to make a Facebook.
Okay.
I just made on Instagram.
Well, you know what? Let me be your Facebook friend at least. What's your name?
Oh, I haven't made the Facebook.
Like your personal?
Oh, I don't have a personal Facebook.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I'm actually just getting into social media.
Really?
So
you guys are
Snapchat. Just got a Twitter. I was never been into. Yeah, I was never been.
Let's save that for the radio. Are you also new to social media? Okay,
He's 12.
You doing it longer than him? You 12? You longer than him? How old are you?
20.
20. Hey, 12. What year were you born? 05, so he's not a millennial. You are an iGen. You heard that before?
I never heard that one.
No, iGen is like a lowercase I, like iPhone, iPod, iGen.
Okay.
It's because your generation, you've never known life without like technology, like cell phones and things like that. But also the I is
Let's call them Z for a minute too.
it's generation Z, but the iGen sound more because you guys have learned to make more of a brand out of yourself, right? Like you guys are using your social media and your cell phones and technology to push your own brand, whatever that is. I see young cats dancing, singing, rapping on social media. So like we got an iGen member here in the studio with us. It's like the second or third time we have one. But we gonna get your point of view if you don't be too shy.
Yeah, you're a little shy.
You ain't comfortable? I tried to offer him a puff, but apparently he's 12. They don't puff at age 12. I guess trying to make him comfortable. What you do, man? Like skateboard, dance, music?
I listen to music. I'm trying to get into basketball.
You play basketball?
I'm trying to.
Okay, what school you go to?
Andrew West and Charter School.
What's that one?
Andrew West and Charter School.
Wilson? Okay. We got 1 minute left. This is Mykia Jovan. She's coming in later on. You guys stick around. Real cool chick. Very talented. She got her project she's releasing. Hey, you go out? What you do? I ain't never seen you, man. You 20, so I guess you don't go out.
No, I mean, I go out when I can, especially like, when I link over my class, but I mostly work. I work 40 hours a week.
Okay.
So I get a chance to go out, but I'm just usually tired.
You work 40 hours a week doing what? Man,
I work at the convention center.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the standard, a good, steady job. Good one. I want to ask you questions, but I want to save it for the radio. Thank you for thinking of stuff to say to you. If you're listening, Mykia Jovan, 16 Shots, is playing right now. She'll be here later. Be back on the radio, on the air in 2 seconds. Loosen up.
Sorry?
Your name?
Oh, Hubert.
Hubert?
Yeah.
Hubert what?
Oh, James. Hubert James.
And we are back, y'all. Welcome back to the Misbelief Radio Show. You're listening live on WBOK AM 1230. I'm your host, DC Paul, the Millennial Arsenio, and I'm sitting next to two guys who have no idea who Arsenio is. But before I talk to them, let me introduce my co-host, because I like to keep a colorful cast of creative characters as my co-host. Who's this to my left?
This is that actor guy, Mr. Bats.
What up, Mr. Bats?
Yeah.
Who else that is over there?
It's Jay Still.
She keeps it real all the time. And over in the booth, we got some of my good friends. Who that is? Madania Graves. You gave us your One Social Weekly Sound Select earlier, right? Trey Trill, is that one of the artists you're promoting?
Yeah, that's one of the artists. No, actually, he was at the Jazz Movie. He was at the Jazz Movie, and he did that song.
Trey from Atlanta.
Light skin.
Oh no, that's not the same kind of thing about it. Okay. Okay, well hopefully we'll hear more from Trey Triller via you, right?
Yes, sir.
Who else it is in the booth we got?
You got your boy Mastermind, co-host of the Final Pass podcast.
We see you, Mastermind, French bread kid.
Yeah.
And who else that is?
Hi, everybody. It's me, Oshun.
Yo, and this is our first interview segment this episode. I like to meet new millennials here in the city who are doing things that are noteworthy and learn more about them. So I have here Mr. Hubert James. Did I say that right?
Oh, yeah, you got it right.
Hubert James from Krue Clothing Line. And his little cousin, yeah, give him applause. Little cousin, what's your name, man?
My name Eric.
My name Eric and Hubert James, both representing Krue Clothing Line, man. What's happening, brother?
Nothing much.
All right, I got to ask you the first question we ask all of our guests here on the Misbelief Radio Show. Do you know what a misbelief is? I saw what the look in your face.
Yeah, I
know.
I'm guessing it's like, something that's believed, but it isn't actually true.
Everybody always says that.
Because, that's your context clue, man.
Miss and belief.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. It's almost like it's like a disbelief for somebody who's illiterate. But no, that's not.
So like a misconception almost.
No.
He talking about the fruit.
Did you grow up here in New
And my
Orleans?
dude was looking like,
Like,
what?
wait, what?
Did you grow up here in New Orleans?
Yes.
Okay. There's about April. These fruits, they blossom on trees. They call them Chinese plums, Japanese plums. Maybe call them loquats or japonicas. Have you not seen these?
I've seen maybe once or twice.
Once or twice, really? So you don't have any kind of. What part of the city you grew up in?
Uptown.
Oh man.
Did you go outside?
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's all I did was play outside.
And y'all didn't grow up with these right here?
I didn't see those out there.
Is misbeliefs a downtown thing? Is that what we starting to
I see them uptown. I heard they be on the West Bank. I live in New Orleans East. I live in New Orleans East. I see them too. So okay, well let's try to get this interview back on the upswing.
Let's go.
It's all good, man. So tell me about Krue Clothing Line. I was looking for you guys on Facebook or on social media earlier. I did find you on Instagram. But so where can we find you if we're looking for more?
You can go on Twitter. It's at KrueClothing.com. At Krue Clothing, KRUE.
Do you have a .com?
Yes, the website is www.KrueClothing.com.
Hey, now why you didn't tell me that earlier?
Oh, I thought they told you already. I thought they put you on.
No, it's all good, my man. I was talking to you earlier. You said you're just really getting into social media, right?
Yeah, I'm just getting into social media.
You were a 20-year-old millennial.
Yeah.
So what's the deal? How do you not flock to social media? Like I'm 31.
Like in school, I was the introvert. I didn't talk to many people, so I was really to myself. So I didn't really get into social media like with everybody else.
So how did you translate that into a clothing brand? Because I see you have, I mean, people are wearing this. You have models on the website wearing it. How, without being so social, have you achieved that?
I linked up with my guy Elwood. So in high school, he was taking a graphic design class, and for a project, they had to create a logo. So he created a logo, and he called it Krue Clothing, and he made a couple of pieces on his own. But our freshman year in college, I got all our guys together, and we decided to rebrand the company. We kept the name Krue Clothing, and we gave Krue an acronym because nothing had a meaning. So it was all just for a grade at first, and then I got all us together.
And that acronym is Kings Remaining United Eternally?
Unified.
Unified.
Yeah, nice.
I like that.
Right? Ain't that? Okay, my man. So I had a question. It slipped my mind. Tell me more about Krue Clothing line. What year was, first of all, what year was the project for the grade, and then what year did you guys relaunch it?
The year for the project was 2015.
Okay.
And then we officially rebranded December 10th, 2016.
Okay, so you guys are you still freshmen? I guess you're coming into your sophomore year now, right?
Junior.
Junior year. Okay, and Krue Clothing line is in its second year.
Yeah.
So how's the transition been from being like something just done for a grade to now it's something that you guys are actually pushing and branding, right?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. We had the idea already, and like we like to dress, so we're really into fashion and stuff like that. So we wanted to create something that we would wear, and also, at the price that we would pay for, something like that. So that's why, we create what we create, and we set the prices that we set because we really want to target millennials.
Yeah, so your price point is $20 and below.
Right.
Right, for all your products so far?
Yes.
Yeah. Until you guys blow up and then stuff.
Yeah, eventually I want to move away from the t-shirts and hoodies, and just got me a sewing machine, so learning how to sew, and I want to make, higher end fashion, but still cater to.
So that was gonna be my next question was the future for Krue Clothing. You see it being you sketch, you do your own like designs.
Well, actually, so Elwood he's actually in college for graphic design. So usually I sketched up the logo and I had him put it together on Photoshop. So usually it's me. I either sketch up some things or I purchase art pieces. Like for our first collection, I purchased the art piece from this chick named Unique.
A young lady.
Well, yeah, a young lady
named Unique.
A young lady named Unique, and it was she likes Afrocentric type art. So I really like that, and actually for our fall collection coming up, we have another piece by her, and I really like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can be doing high-end, high fashion pieces by Krue Clothing, huh?
Yes.
Dope. And you brought your little cousin here, Eric. My name Eric, man. That's it, right? Eric, you how old are you, my man?
I'm 12.
12. We got a 12-year-old member of the iGen generation here, you guys.
Straight up.
Straight up. So, you know what, we told you earlier before we went on break what it means to be an iGen member, but that means you guys were born after 2002 until the next generation starts. But y'all are the current, like the younger generation, man, and you guys are kind of defining, well, eventually will be the ones that define, like, what is not just the future, but the present and everything else. You know what I mean? How long you been on social media? Because your big cousin just started, like Facebook just became a thing. He ain't even got a page yet. But you, how long you been doing the thing?
I think about a few months now.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, why are you so surprised? My man said he's 12.
Yeah,
you know
he's
what I
only
mean?
12. That's
Okay.
early.
I'm sorry. Okay, well, do you like fidget spinners? I don't know. What do you
I'll play with him, but not much.
Yeah, you said you're trying to get on the basketball team, right?
Yeah.
Nice. What are your interests as an iGen member? Like what interests you? Whether it's television, is it video games? You like going outside? What's your thing as a young 12-year-old in New Orleans?
I'll go outside or play the game if my friend's not over though.
Yeah. But y'all are all in the video games nowadays, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What video game are you playing?
Like 2K mostly.
I don't play any video games. I'm hoping it's just something that when you play 2K, you don't play 2K.
I don't play sports games. But one thing I did want to ask you, man, I wanted to, like, okay, what'd you say Krue standard for stuff for?
Kings remain unified eternally.
What went into that name? Like, how'd you go about coming up with it?
We were all sitting at my kitchen table because we all decided to meet up at my house. And my mom, she had just graduated. She got a business administration degree, so we wanted to sit down with her and get, you know, her input and things like that. So we were sitting there and we were like, well, maybe we should come up with an acronym. We should have a meeting so that way we can, you know, grasp a wider audience. So we were all, you know, trying to think of different things, and then it just popped in my head. And, you know, I just looked at all of us as young black kings.
Right.
And we stuck together. Most, like, 3 of us came up from middle school all the way, you know, up through high school. So we, you know, stuck together. And I just figured we can, you know, start a business and keep with it. And we just want to, you know, target our young black men to stick together instead of, you know, pitting against each other. So
Straight up. I mean, like, with a name like that, you can brand that to go even further than just clothes. I mean, have you thought about that?
Actually, so we just added a new member to the crew. It's a guy named Ace. He's also at Nickel State, and he's majoring in art. Elle was majoring in graphic design, and that's the guy who originally made Krue. And I'm just a creative person. So actually, we're starting an art studio called Color Command, and Elle will be in charge of the graphic designing. Ace is really, really good at drawing and painting, and I can do videography. And we all use our input for photography. So we all just, you know, put in and throw in our differently, you know, spices here and there.
It's orgasms.
Yeah. So yeah, we're working on starting that up. So we've been buying, you know, equipment here and there when we can, because after all, we're still in school and working, so we're trying to balance our money right. But yeah, that'll be coming real soon, and we're gonna branch that on the Krue. Eventually, we want that to just be our brand and have different branches under it. So we're working on it right now.
All right, so we're talking to Hubert James from Krue Clothing Line. Where can they follow you on Twitter?
At Krue Clothing. Personally, you can follow me at _Lil Rock, LAHROC.
That's what you send the DM, y'all.
Yeah. Also, man, you can check him out at Krue Clothing. That's KRUE clothing.com. Like I did, I just added the Sea Love Krue to my cart, and I'm thinking about the floral joint, because I like floral stuff. I can't lie. So I'm thinking about adding that one to the cart. And they're both under $20. And for under $30, hopefully the shipping and handling ain't that much. I'm gonna get 2 of these joints, man. So check them out at KrueClothing.com. Follow these young men. We can't follow you because you just be playing with fidget spinners and things. He just getting started. Good, man. Stay off the internet. It'll ruin you. All right, you guys, we're gonna take a break. One more time, follow you. Where at, Hubert James?
At _LAHROC on Twitter.
And check them out at KrueClothing.com. Mastermind, what you got, my mans? He is getting it in on this show, ain't it? Vigorous submitted a good full song to us, and they good quality, and they good songs. Shout out to Vigorous, Brian. We rocking your music once again. Stay tuned to the Misbelieve Radio Show, and don't get none on you.
None.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
So what you say was performing? Somebody performing live?
Well, Kalana is supposed to perform. Kalana's gonna do a live performance. The original person we had performing got into a car accident, but we have Mykia Jovan coming, not to perform, to talk about the new project. Okay. Well, thank you
like that acronym. Kings remain eternally. That's right. What I'm talking about, one, I want my grandbabies and my granddaughter with it. What's going on this? What y'all talking about, Facebook Live? You're not getting grandbabies. It's not happening. Deal with it, mother.
Whoa, what are you talking about?
She got it on that time. I want my grandbabies and my
Where's this at?
She said my grandbabies. I guess my daughter-in-law. That's what she said. Yep, she said I want my grandbabies and a daughter-in-law to go with it. You're not getting no daughter-in-law. You ain't getting no grandbabies. You ain't getting none of that.
No, I was tripping.
Straight up. I'm getting married at 59.
What's happening?
That's very specific.
Exactly.
That's very specific. Check out Krue Clothing. They got a couple things I like.
They have, I like this hat and this crop top.
The crop top?
Of course.
I like the crop top too. I just need to get back in the
think you
gym. Let's get back in the gym for the crop top. I do.
You know what a crop top?
I'm not
Yes,
married.
he
I
is.
actually am
Crop
trying to get
top.
to the point where I'm wearing crop tops.
Okay.
I like it.
You know, I like
Sure.
I like fucking with them. You know
You like
what I mean?
fucking 'em?
I like fucking with them. Fucking with them with the romper, the sandals. I'm about to do the big hats for the fall.
You in church lady
Straw
hats?
You can call them church lady hats.
No, I mean actual.
Am I sinking? Am I?
You get that raging. You sinking in a chair? That happened to me last week, but they didn't catch it on camera.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that happened to me.
And I'm just
And I
going
looked up and Joe
down.
just did not have the camera on me. I sunk that shit up. I'm like, nah, you ain't about to catch me.
And he just sitting there with his collar cut off, just looking at me
Why you gotta keep going this man?
on the camera.
That cut
Damn
off,
it.
It's nice. I like it.
I told him that he looked so
I didn't even
handsome.
like, I thought it was like.
But look, and then he tilts his head up.
Thank you very much.
That's your word?
He's
Of
a
course.
seamstress. Now he's about
Anytime you
to-
see somebody, one of my niggas with the collar off their shirt, I cut that
That's
bitch
what
off.
he
You
said.
know what I mean?
This nigga think he going trail. He got one collar, now he like going trail.
Oh no, my dog can cut some collars.
If I can't do that, I can cut some collars and some sleeves. Transform you.
He's a nice, okay?
Man, my head hurt.
Yours? I thought it was just me.
Man.
It was hot today. I feel like that's
Y'all
part
gonna get a
of it.
chill neck this week. I always say that. It'll never happen.
It's not going to be chill. Just chill now so that you can save your energy for the pet.
Why your head hurt? It's a change in air pressure with the storm coming?
I don't think so, but
We'll go with
I
that.
think it's the eclipse.
Just the,
It changed all of us
it did.
permanently.
Yes. We on some
That
other
was the
shit.
thing I really read too about that. Somebody was like, the eclipse has people been feeling sick and all kinds
They
of
got a
stuff.
comic book where eclipse happen and all the black people get superpowers
I think that's what's
after.
happening.
Hold the hell on.
I'm like, let that
Starting.
go down, man.
Do we have, can we
That's
put in
what's
what we
going on.
want?
I don't think you ever could put in what you want. Like,
He's just gonna give it to you? Like somebody just
It's
gonna be
just
like,
gonna
and
come.
this is yours.
eclipse happen and then black people
Okay.
get powers and
What would your power be?
His head is hurting, so he's gonna be able to read thoughts.
Telepathic.
That
Doo-doo-doo.
too,
Doo-doo-doo.
I just want control time, but that's cool too.
Nah, you're gonna be. It's gonna be
They
something.
still
Nah.
want you.
I want to be able to.
Wait, mine was chosen, but it's
So
she gets to
much
choose.
I do
But
get to
that-
choose because I'm Jay Steele.
But
She bulletproof then because
Right,
she's Jay
okay.
Steele, so
I
then
think
she's
that-
fucking bulletproof.
I don't know what I'm gonna have, y'all.
God
But I
damn
hope
it.
it's the ability to turn either water into wine or something like wooden nickels into real nickels. Because if I can do any one of those two,
I like
I'm
the
about to
nickels
make
one.
some money.
What did those you and God do and stuff?
Oh, y'all don't want me to do none of that.
Is it?
Y'all, guess what? We're gonna talk to Kalana Celeste real quick. And
And then she
then
gonna sing?
she gonna sing
I love
sitting
that,
Indian
man.
style over in. Oh, we're gonna have a live performance for you guys. You better stay tuned. Kalana's gonna do something for us.
Oh my gosh. I'm
She
so
told me to
excited.
dim the lights.
Oh.
She about to turn into the lady.
She's gonna turn to the Lady March and my legs are shaking.
Are you excited? Are they tingling?
Oh, that might be his superpower. He
My
might be-
balls just dropped the third
Whoa.
time. 'Cause they dropped the first time. They dropped the second time on the turn 30.
I don't think that's supposed to
They
happen.
dropped the third time. You heard me?
So his superpower is gonna be that
Ball drop.
steal balls. So whenever go crime fighting, he can drop his balls and hit people with them. He don't even know what he's talking about. He just jump right into the conversation. I got a headache right now, and like Jessica was saying, man, it's probably because of the eclipse. Now somebody got this comic book out where black people all got superpowers after the eclipse happened. So Oshun was like, so what our superpowers gonna be?
Hey,
And she was
Janice.
like, it's going to be based on what's happening. So since you have a headache, Martin, you got telepathic powers.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, since Jay Steele, she bulletproof.
Yeah.
And now you come in here and talking about your balls can flip, so you
No,
got
wait.
magic go flip your
No.
balls. That's what you did.
No, wait.
That's what- that's
No,
what
wait,
superpowers
no.
you
The
got.
headache means telepathy, and what you got?
Well, her name's Jay Steele, so she just bulletproof.
That's
just gave me
real
mine.
shit though.
She
But like
bulletproof.
having magical balls that drop.
Hey, you was with it just 2 minutes ago. You
Yeah,
was with it.
I know. I thought I was the only one with powers. If I'm the only one with powers, I want that to be it. But if y'all got actual real powers,
Exactly.
no
You're out here
man.
looking
I
crazy.
want more
Man,
than
the
balls
power
dropping,
gotta be
goddamn
something
it.
the power gotta be something that go with, you know, motherfuckers.
Oh, so
Listen.
here's the deal. It looks like we're probably gonna Because the live videos only go for an hour at a time, right? Yes, because they cut off after the hour last week. They do nothing when they cut off. It started counting down.
Is it a thing? Is it a thing? Is that what they doing now?
We'll see, Joseph. We got 7 minutes, but
It's not giving me a countdown.
If she says hasn't given him a countdown yet.
They didn't give you a countdown of 7 minutes. But we want to make sure that they don't cut out when Kalana's doing her thing. Is what I'm trying to say. So we're trying to.
So should we stop it now?
No, I won't stop it now, but
Kalana ready too. Oh, look at that baby.
Should we stop it now?
Ready?
Let's remind them that they can call us.
Oh yeah, man.
At 942-0820.
And you know what? Tell us who's your favorite misbeliever.
Yeah, do that.
And we are back, y'all. We're gonna